Hey guys, BGG16 here, and wow, it's been a while. This video, brace yourselves, it's gonna be super duper awesome, I hope. Back in, I wanna say July. I know it wasn't the beginning of August, but I met Lachlan for the second time. Now I know what you may be thinking. The pack, Lachlan, they have not had a meetup anywhere in July, pretty much, I don't think. Or at least I'm nowhere near any of the ones that they might possibly have. Like, they're having one in California, and it's like, I'm in New York. But, lo and behold, I met him for the second time. I'm going to tell a complete story with pictures and videos sporadically everywhere because it's just such a super cute story. I'm so glad that it happened again. I'm so glad I got to meet him again. He's so nice. And we've been blessed with an angel is pretty much the point I'm trying to make. So without further ado, let's start from the beginning. Lachlan tweeted out this picture. It says 10 hours until his flight from Brisbane to Toronto leaves. I was very confused because I was like, why is he going to be 2 hours away from me? What is this madness? What? No one told me this information. I would have prepared more. I googled probably the least stalkerish thing about this story, because a lot of people have called me a stalker or a creep because we met him at an airport, and I'm saying we because there was multiple people there. We met him at an airport. He was very flattered about it, so I don't get why people are calling me a stalker or anything. And now that I think about it, it sounds kind of stalkerish, but I swear it wasn't. He was happy about it. He was happy that we went to see him. Basically, there's only one airport in Toronto. All we needed to know was the terminal and the time he was getting in. Other people Googled that. What I Googled was how long it would take for him to get here. It said 20 hours, I think. So I was like, in 30 hours, my idol is going to be 2 hours away from me. Yikes. I have a lot of Toronto online friends. Shout out to all of them. But Nim got their friend that was really good with like airport information to find out like what terminal and what time and stuff. We were all like, oh my god, let's go to the airport to see him, and I'm over here in New York, like, bish please. There is no way I am convincing my mom for the second time in almost a full year to spontaneously drive to Toronto, because my mom hates driving to Toronto by herself. There was no way I was going to do that, so I was sitting here like, why? We knew he was in Terminal 3 at the Toronto Pearson Airport, I think it's called, and he was getting in at around 4 p.m.-ish. We all got really excited that he was going to be like close to us. We had no idea when he was leaving, but we were just stoked that he was close, or at least I was. And there were like 1 or 2 of my Toronto friends that were away for like the weekend, so they had no idea, and I feel really bad because they deserve to meet him. I've met him twice, and I'm pretty sure, I have no idea how many times. I know Natalie has met him 0 times, and I love Natalie, so she deserves to meet him because they're both precious and need to be protected at all costs. But basically, it was the day before, and Nim was giving me like random flight information, like gave me the time and the terminal separate, and I was like, just in case there is some miracle that I can convince my mom, I need the flight information in one message, because I have no idea how airports work, so I didn't know whether those 2 things were all we needed or whether there was more to it. I've never been on an airplane, and it's something I really want to do, but I never have. So Nim was supposed to message me the big message, and she was like, oh, I can't, I'm on my way to Niagara. And I was like, Niagara what? She was like, Niagara Falls, why, where are you? And I was like, Canadian or New York? And then was like, Canadian. And I was like, I could be across the border in 10 minutes. We're freaking meeting tonight. It was totally spontaneous. We were like meeting each other in an hour from when we messaged her, like an hour or two or something. I was super excited because Nim is a precious little bean. What ended up happening is she was at Clifton Hill, which is like 10-ish, 20-ish minutes away from me. All we needed to do was get across border traffic, and we got, the traffic was pretty bad, but we still got there at a decent time, and I met Nim! Nim is the most adorable, precious thing. Like, not the most, but one of the most adorable, precious things on this planet. And I love her to death. So, Nim, if you're watching, I freaking love you so much. Basically, I used this opportunity to try to get Nim to convince my mom to take me to the airport the next day. And my mom was still like, no, there's no way. And Nim was like explaining like how cool it was. Nim had met them at an airport before, back when they did ski trip a year or two ago. And so I was like, it's not weird. Nim already did it before, so what is my mom freaking out about? And then I remembered she doesn't like traveling. And then I was like, well, you have a point, but I'm going to work my butt off to try to get there because I want to try to meet him a second time as a spontaneous adventure for the summer, because if that didn't happen, my summer would probably be pretty boring. I mean, I met a lot of internet friends. I met Nim, Chloe, Lian, Audrey. I met those four this summer, and I saw Natalie again, and I saw Nim multiple times, Chloe multiple times. So it was a pretty fun summer, but I wanted this to be epic. Like, if I got to meet Lachlan again, or if I at least tried, like, spontaneously, it would be best summer of my entire life. So we had to say goodbye to Nim, and I'm still in denial, like, see you tomorrow, because we were both going to be at the airport along with Lian. We spontaneously saw Chloe at Clifton Hill, which was pretty cool. Chloe's an awesome person. The next day rolls around. I wake up at like 9. I'm just so excited and I can't like function correctly, so I wake up at 9, which is something I never do in the summer. I usually go to bed at 9. That's how broken my life is. I was just sitting there watching my phone blow up with Nim and Lian just messaging like, oh my god, we're going to see him today. He's going to be at Terminal 3 at 4 o'clock. Oh my god. I was like, I still don't know if I can go. They continued talking, which I don't blame them. And they did show a little bit of sympathy for me and the fact that I was questioning whether I was able to go or not. It was mostly them talking about like getting there and stuff, and like, what are you wearing? What time are you gonna get there? Around 11:30 is when my mom got up, and I was sitting there, and I decided like to wait until my mom woke up, because if I woke her up, it would have lessened my chance of going. My mom started to get kind of mad, I'm not gonna lie. She was like, we're not going to Toronto, and she like stayed in her pajamas drinking her coffee in her rocking chair like she does in the mornings, and she wasn't getting ready, she wasn't doing anything. Meanwhile, I crying in denial, just totally like, I'm gonna find a way to go, like tears streaming down my face. I started getting ready, straightening my hair and stuff, and making sure I have a good outfit, because I wanted Lachlan to think I was pretty. Obviously, you have heard about Pokemon Go. If not, you're living under a rock, and you need to go look it up, because it's pretty cool. I go Poke hunting with my sister and my family sometimes, because we all play it besides my dad. And my sister was babysitting until around noon. She asked, do you want to go Poke hunting at 1? And if we wanted to get to the airport at like 3:49 or whenever the flight came in, we would have to leave at 1:30. So I was like, I have my heart set on going to the airport today. I cannot go Poke hunting at 1. And then I was like, wait a minute. If she's asking me to go Poke hunting, that means she's free. She's not doing anything at 1:30. This is big. I asked her if she could be my accompanying adult on our voyage to the airport. Like if she could like help my mom navigate and stuff. She was my only hope, because everyone else would have been too short notice. She had this thing she wanted to be back for, and she didn't know if she would be back in time if we went and stayed for a long time or whatever. She was like, I don't know. And I was like, please, 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 please. And she was like, I'll talk to you when I get home. So I was like, this actually might be happening. And meanwhile, my mom's just still casually sitting in her rocking chair, just sipping her coffee, not thinking anything of it, that I would magically find another adult to go with her. Eventually, I'm running back and forth from my room to the bathroom to my sister's room where I usually do my hair, because I don't have a straightener in my room. And I'm like running all over the place, like trying to get ready. And I hear my sister come in, and my sister has a boyfriend, so she usually spends most of the time at his house. So my mom was updating her and stuff on meeting Nim the previous day. I pretty much am fully ready. I sit at the top of the steps. I join in the conversation to try to explain things that Nim and Lian were saying in the group message, like more information to try to give my mom a little bit more so she could have a little bit closer of a chance of saying yes. And my sister was like, why don't we just go? And I was thinking in my brain, I was like, yes, yes, Mom, please listen to my sister. Please, please, please listen to my sister. And my mom's like, are you sure? And my sister was like, yeah, if we're back in time for that thing, we're back in time. If we're not, we're not. And I was like, all right, we have to leave in like half an hour, because it was like noon, 12:30-ish. And they were still like in lounge clothes. Like my sister was in a t-shirt and shorts because she was babysitting and doesn't need to look good for children. Not that she doesn't look good. She always looks good, because my sister is beautiful. She wanted to look even better for Lachlan. My mom was still in her lounge sweatpants and stuff, and so they start hurrying to get ready. And my sister's like, we need to get food. And my mom's like, we need to get gas. So we ended up leaving at 1:30, but we had to go do all these things, so we didn't get at the border until like close to 2, and I was like freaking out, because I was like, okay, what if we don't get there in time? What if we don't see him? What if we miss him? And I'm messaging Nim and Lian, and I was like, I'm on my way. The GPS said we were gonna get there around 4, but the way my mom drove, there was like no traffic. It was perfect, and we shaved it down to probably 10 minutes or so before his flight arrived at 3:50. I'm sitting there like, oh my god, I'm probably gonna meet Lachlan again. And my mom's like, you know it's not gonna happen, you know we're gonna miss him, and thinking all these negative things and stuff. The whole way there, that's pretty much what happened. We get there and we park in the parking lot near Terminal 3, and we were walking to Terminal 3, and it was like couple minutes before his flight arrived, or like it was arriving just then, or like 3 minutes before or something. and we get to the right place, but we didn't know it was the right place. I thought airports were like more confusing than 2 doors and a half circle with like railings where people come out with their luggages and meet their loved ones. I thought it was more complicated than that. We like go up and down escalators, like trying to see if we find the right spot, and out of nowhere we go back to where we were originally, and Lian goes, "Door!" And I was like, "Where did you come from? You just scared the ever-living bleep out of me." We met and stuff, and I met Lian, and Lian's super nice. I love Lian, and I love all of my friends, to be honest. I love all of you watching this video. I say to Lian, I was like, "I don't know if this is where we're supposed to be. I have absolutely no idea." And Lian's like, "No, this is where we're supposed to be. I asked the people, this is where we're supposed to be." So we started like flipping out. Like, Lian was like about to hyperventilate. It was getting so close to the time. Nim finally shows up, and we all have this big like reunion, me and her, and she's met Lian before, so they had a reunion, and it was just a lot of fun, just standing there fangirling with friends. The last time I did that was with Kendall and Abby, and that was barely anything because we were too awkward and ran away from each other when the person was like, "Meet up over here," back in Boston. The way I mentioned it was like earlier was there was 2 doors and then a half circle like railing type thing. Me, Lian, and Nim all walked closer to the door while Nim's mom, my mom, and my sister stayed back a bit. And we were all fangirling. Lian had to go sit down because she was about to hyperventilate, and we didn't want her passing out in front of Lachlan, so she went to go sit down. And I was like, "Okay, it's like 4 o'clock by now. Where is he?" Because I don't know how airports work. Nim was like, "Yeah, he should be here because his flight was on time. It was perfect. It was everything." So I was like, can you tweet him or something? See if he's off of his flight yet or still landing or something?" And Nim was like, "I have no service in here." So I handed Nim my phone, and she was looking down at it, and I was the one watching the door. And I was staring intensely at that door, just like a minute later, I just see Lachlan walk through the doors. I immediately was like, "Nim, Nim, Nim, Nim." Nim looked up from the phone, looked in his direction, and then looked back down like, "What?" And I was like, "Nim, Nim, 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 Nim." And he was like, "What?" And then finally saw him and was like, "Oh my god, holy bleep." And I was like, "Have you not been paying attention to the doors? Oh my god." And we got Lian and stuff. I don't know how Lachlan didn't hear us because we were so loud. We were so like freaking fangirling and stuff. It was just, it felt chaotic for like a total of 10 seconds because we had to rush back to our moms and we had to go to the end of the railing and stuff. And here's what happened.
For them! Go! Go! They were busy! Go!
Oh god. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. Roll told me to pick me up, but I need to call. Let's just get out of the way.
He's right there.
remembered me. Like, not even by art like he did in Boston. He remembered my face, which is like, whoa, hold up. That is amazing. That is so cool. I love Lachlan a lot. And it means so much to me that he remembers me. Not even by the peachy either, because most YouTubers remember me by that. It was Tori. I couldn't have been happier. Lachlan, if you're watching this, you made me so happy by doing that. Words cannot describe. Let me explain what he was signing. Lian was dared to have him sign a potato, so he did. He was very, very like cool about it and stuff. He said, "How long have you girls been waiting?" Like twice, 3 times and stuff. Probably waiting to get an answer from me because I talk quietly. I don't remember if the video got this, but the second time everyone gave their answers and I was like, "I drove 2 hours to get here." And Lachlan was like, "Yeah, I was gonna say." Not only did he remember my name, he remembered where I was from. We had an amazing 5-minute conversation, just talking there, waiting for Rob to give him a message saying he's here. One of the things that killed me the most was after we got pictures and stuff, I don't know how it was brought up, but Lian said something about when he gets back, he needs to do his Draw My Life, and he started laughing like, yeah. And I was like, it's almost been a complete year since you promised. And I was on like his side. I saw like this part of him, and he just turned to me like that and shushed me. That is probably the best thing that has ever happened to me. I know I keep saying that a lot, but usually shushing is like calming, and I don't like calm unless it's from someone that I look up to a lot or someone I trust a lot. And so hearing him do that personally to me was like, I'm pretty sure that I like completely like blacked out of the conversation for a bit. And then he finally was like, "Oh, Rob's here, gotta go." And it was sad because it was less time to talk with him than I had in Boston, but it was still really cool that I got to see him again. Like, oh my god. And so he walked away and we started dying. We pretty much are deceased at this point. We saw him walking back like in our direction because he went out the wrong doors. So his door's right there and he went to the other one where I originally walked in. We wanted to go say hi again. We wanted to give him hugs again, but we knew that like the concert was in a couple hours and he just got off the flight. We didn't want to bother him too much. So we just saw him walk out the doors. But I should mention that he walked outside the doors and we continued dying because we were like, oh my god. It was Lian's first time meeting him, so that we were dying. I took a last glance at the door and I noticed he took off his black coat because he was wearing like a black coat, and then he was wearing his white striped shirt with the little owl in the little corner right there. I saw him fix his hair and bend down to pick up his bag. Now the only thing I care about is the hair fixing. Seeing that live, way different and better experience than seeing it on video. After that, I had to say goodbye to Nim and Lian and Toronto. And we got back in time for the thing my sister wanted to go to. So, all's happy. I have a magical way of making things work out, says my mom. I hope you liked that story video. I hope it's not too long, because I don't know, I've been filming for a long time, but there's a lot of awkward pauses because my dog kept moving and there's a fly buzzing around and it kept landing on my arm. I wish I could explain where I have been, but that will be another video, or on my Twitter soon if you want to follow me on Twitter, link in the description. And thank you for watching. I love you a lot if you see this video because you're just awesome. You're just all kind of awesome. Let me know what I should do for my next video because I had a couple options. I saw Nim again that week because it was her birthday party and I got invited to it. And I vlogged a little bit of that. I could do an explanation mini vlog explaining where I was. I know it's kind of odd that this one goes first, but whatever. I could do another Minecraft video because I have a ton that are filmed. I just have to edit them. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. I know I had another idea. The Lachlan video won the poll I had. Oh, I have 21 Pilots. I went to the 21 Pilots concert in June at Canalside, and I have the entire old song Natalie filmed perfectly for YouTube. I just don't know if that's something that people would want to watch. Their options are Nim's Party, a Minecraft video, an explanation vlog, or the 21 Pilots old Natalie. Or if you have another idea, leave a comment down below, and I'm sure I will see it because I barely get comments on my videos. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy your day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever time you're watching this, and I will see you next time. Goodbye! It's a good 3 seconds.